Hey guys, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is June something, June 21st, 2024. It's gonna be a quickie, not a lot to report. Sorry you get a hot sweaty mess. I'm just outside watering the plants. So here I am. This is a Flosstube where I talk about cross stitch, and I also knit and sew, but I don't know why I bother bringing up knitting anymore. Hardly ever do it, but not a lot to show. This is short and sweet probably. Been busy. Get that later. We'll just jump right into what I've been working on. Okay, so I'll do what I'm actively working on as of right now, which is Halloween at Hawker and Hollow. I'm doing the for fandom stitching. They're having a pop-up challenge for Pride where you stitch 200 on the colors of the rainbow. And so I'm using Hawker and Hollow for black and white. Everyone knows what Hawker and Hollow looks like, right? But I'll show you anyways. Oh no. There it is. Carriage House samplings. I'm working on that block. So I'm doing the black border, and then there's, you can't see it in there, but there's 3 white ghosts. So I'm currently doing the black. Almost got my 200 stitches on that. Gonna I'm doing border, and I'll do all the way across here so I can have a point to go down and do the white ghost. And this is on, it's been a while since I forgot, so I have forgotten. 18 count to dye for fabric in ashen tan, ashen gray, ashen tan. Yeah, 1/1. I still love it. I just have been busy and not stitching a lot, so it's taking me a while to make any progress on anything. Like my monthly, weekly goals kind of out the window. My monthly personal what's it called, Sal of the Witchy Stitchers Cryptids and Supernaturals, where I try to get 1 done a month. It might be hard to pull off this month, but I'm gonna try. Let's see, and then I'll show this one later in like 2 seconds. I also worked on Blacked Sky. Another prompt. It was I think the prompt was like something you want to throw out the window or something. Because as much as I want this done, as much as I'm going to love the finished product, I do not enjoy stitching on it. And this is on a Nameless Gray 18 count Ada from Stitch Me. Most people also know what Blacked Sky looks like because it's popular. And I'm working on that block. Look at it. It's a little shaky. And the heat. It's like 90-something degrees today, guys. It's ridiculous. I still haven't cut the bottom fabric off, so it's an exceptionally stupidly long fabric. And I used the green for the prompt, the 200 stitches prompt. So I got a bunch of green done on the tree. And that's it. There it is so far. This one is very, very slow going, because like I said, I don't enjoy stitching on it. But I don't, should have done it 1/1. That would have made my life better. And I should have gone through and picked out my own colors, because there's a lot of the same, close to same greens. I should have done like fancy flosses and made it fun. But you know what? I'm going to love it when it's done. And then I worked on, what is this? I don't even know what this is. The Autumn Squirrel from Barbara Anna Designs. This one's super cute. I love this. I love her so much. She is so cute. And her tail is like mahogany brown. It looks orangey, but it's like mahogany brown. So I use that for the brown prompt. And this is on an 25 count Lugana from Kaylee and Sandstone, and I'm doing 3/2, so that's fun to go from 1/1 to 3/2, to go from skinny stitches to big old fat stitches. Look how pretty she is. That blue was Hello from apparently heat also makes me lose all my thoughts. Look at the shine. Look at this. Serial killer name. Richard Ramirez. Night Stalker's Calling. Here we go. It's gonna be so pretty. I'm gonna. Ugh. This is so fun. Those big ass stitches. Those 3 threads look messy up close, but from a distance they don't. And it's full and squishy and so very fun. All right, and then summer started. Yay. So it was time to put La Capati away. She's my spring stitch from Bella Filipina. Poor lady. Okay. So she is the deity. Protector of crops and farm animals. She's La Capati, deity of fertility. She gave agriculture to mankind. She presents as female, but she's like from different stories and myths and whatever, she's androgynous, hermaphroditic, or trans. So she's super fantastic. And she's my spring lady, and the poor woman falls between March Madness and Stitch Mania, so she got neglected, and she probably will be neglected next year. Like, not get as much progress done on her as could be gotten, because she falls at a bad time. But she is on 32 count, Picture This Plus, Belfast linen in moss. I'm doing 2/2 with all the called for threads. As you can see, I didn't get a lot done on her. Got some more of that yellow put in, but that's it. And I used the yellow for the Pride challenge. It looks so camo right here, but like when I'm stitching on it, it looks definitely. I mean, it reads camo too in person, but it's more of a rich green. She's gonna pop on it. She's gorgeous. I mean, she is popping on it. She's gorgeous. And since summer started, she gets put away separately from the normal stash. For summer, my special lady is going to be the Mermaid of Salem Bay from the Primitive Hair. Now I'm not doing the words, and I'm using the called for linen and all the called for threads. And I don't have any of the beads yet. I may see if I'm doing other projects, I have a lot of leftover beads. I may see what I can use when that time comes. The only disappointment is that in this picture, all those colors are like super dark. Like, doesn't she look like dark? But then her actual colors, in person, except for like this one, they aren't very dark. Like, this one's the only real dark one. And they're kind of like washed out. Very pretty, and I love it. I'm gonna love her, but I do wish wish she was gonna be as dark as that. But oh well. I think it's coming along nicely. Like, you can see in the tail. Like in the tail, doesn't that look like a dark muddy gray? And here it's like not a dark muddy gray. You see? Yeah. Because that's the part I'm working on, is this little bit of tail right here in the middle. She's in the Q snaps. I didn't take her out because, like I said, I'll be working on her this month. The boat's down there. But that is the fabric, which is something. I don't know. Something. It's from Primitive Hair. It's the fabric in the picture with the boat. So she's not very big. I feel like once I stop doing all the other things that I'm doing, I could really put a dent in her. Like for the course of the summer, I think I would like to finish. Oh, what would I like to finish? Maybe this chunk of tail. If I can get that done, I'll be happy. But it's summer. Summer is busy. We'll see. And that's it. That's all I've got for you guys, stitching wise. Sewing wise, I've really went to town. Excuse me. On my Over the Rainbow quilt from Tacha Bruecher? I'm sorry, from Hexagogo. It is that quilt. Mine will have white around the hexies, like in that picture. The hexie boxes, but everything else, all where there's white will be gray. I'm telling you, I'm half tempted just to not even do the borders because I'm lazy, but I will. Will I? We'll see. Yeah, I will. I will. But look at all these. Look at all these I got done in the past 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th one I'm currently working on. After I finish that one, that means I just have 7 blue and purple to put together. Because this is a great project to have while I'm playing my current video game. Which is one reason why I have not done a lot of stitching. Because this is, between like load screens and things, it's so easy just to like join 1, maybe 2 spots. So I like, and then when my game crashes and I have to reload everything, I get even more done. I'm super excited about that. And that is literally all I have to show you guys. I told you, short, sweet, and sweaty. For FOs, I can finally show you the things I made for Kaylee Tent Stitch. We have known each other for a little bit now through Flosstube. And then when we were in Niagara Falls last year, we got to meet up for a very short visit, sadly. But we decided to have a swap as like a, yay, we met anniversary thing. So she has spoiled me rotten over the course of the past couple years, you guys. You've seen all the flosses I've got from her that are dyed and all the gorgeous fabrics I've gotten from her. She just spoiled me. So I was like, I'm going to go big with this one. I just wanted to spoil her and her family. So for her and her husband, I made the Moda quilt I was showing you while I was making a little bit ago. I finished it, sent off to Missouri Star, had it quilted, and then I did the binding, and that's it all done. And that fabric is Nocturnal from Ginger Bar. Let's see if I can get it. There's a tiny close-up of the corner. And then for, I gotta stop showing my debit card. This is a bad picture, but I did an EPP Niagara Falls wall hanging. And I was a little unhappy with it because the blues I had, some of them had big prints on them, and I was afraid it wouldn't read as Niagara Falls. So I asked my best friend who does embroidery to embroider Niagara Falls onto it, and she did. And there it is. Isn't that cool? Sorry, I cannot remember who I got the pattern from. I got it off Etsy. I'll link it below. It has so many small parts. Look at those little tiny bits. And then like that little red thing over there in the corner. That's one of the boats. One of the red boats that goes under the falls. And then I whipped up a little cute stitchy thing. I think this was from Colorado Cross Stitcher. And it had like a border on it. I didn't do that. And I used all those threads are hand-dyed threads from Kaylee. And I did that on, I believe that is Bestitch Me Garden Party. And then for her 2 adorable little children, her absolutely adorable little girls, I made them those pillows I showed a while ago, the EPP, Unicorn, and Mermaid. And I, again, can't remember where those patterns are from. They're from Etsy. I will link them below. Look how cute. So, and I sent her, like, I wanted to send her candy and treats from Ohio and Ohio and the U.S., but I was afraid they'd melt, so I just sent like a cheesy little packet of Cincinnati chili mix. I hate Cincinnati chili. My husband loves Cincinnati chili. I hate it. When he saw it on the table, he's like, "Oh, you're making Cincinnati chili?" I was like, "No, that's for Kaylee." And he's like, he guilted me for like a month about how I don't love him because I won't make him Cincinnati chili. So now I have to make him Cincinnati chili. But there we go. What else? So what happened? What's been going on? So for Father's Day, we went to a local lodge that has an indoor pool. My husband wanted to swim all day because it was like in the 90s. So we did that, and that was fun, and we ate there. He had a good Father's Day. I did not properly prepare myself. I got dehydrated, overheated, almost passed out. But that's my fault. Still a good day. I didn't get burned, so hey. Let's see what else. I had my tattoo consult to have. You can't see it. I wonder if I have a picture of it. It's gonna take long to. Back of my, like, on the back, like right here, it's a little ball, and it was the logo for my yarn company when I dyed yarn like 15, 16 years ago, and a friend designed it, and over the past 15 or so years, it has just kind of ballooned into a solid black ball. So I'm getting it covered up with a raven holding a red tulip in its mouth, and it's gonna be, I'm getting that in July. I had the consult. Reason is because I love ravens. Raven is my favorite poem by Edgar Allan Poe. I love Edgar Allan Poe. Tulips is my favorite poem from Sylvia Plath. I love Sylvia Plath. If you don't know, Eat My Oxygen is from the poem Tulips by Sylvia Plath. The actual line is, "The vivid tulips eat my oxygen." It's about how she's institutionalized or in the hospital. She doesn't want flowers. They bring her flowers. They're red. She feels like their little red mouths are sucking the air out of the room. It's a great poem. So that's what I'm getting in July. And then what else? One reason why I haven't been stitching a lot is because we've been outside, or because my husband got me on the PlayStation 4 an old game called Pathfinder Kingdom Maker. And one of my favorite games of all time is like the first two Baldur's Gate games. I really liked Baldur's Gate 3. If you were here, you heard me talking about that a little bit ago. So he's like, "Have you ever played Pathfinder?" I was like, "God, no, I haven't." So he downloaded it for me. And I don't get obsessive about a lot of things, but I do with video games. Like, what's next? What's next? What's next? I have to keep playing. Like, I literally sat down one day and I was like, I'm just gonna play a little bit while I'm doing laundry. So I'm doing that, and then I look up and I'm like, oh shit, I have to make dinner. Like, literally, like 4 hours just flew by. So yeah, which is partly why this is, like I said, this is good because I can sit this on the couch next to me, pick it up, and just stitch a couple lines together between loading screens and the game crashing. So also we have someone staying with us for, I'm not sure how long. One of my college kids' friends was kicked out of his house. It's not my business to discuss why. I'm gonna put, if I could put in big bold letters, evil stepmother, I would. So me and my kids spent the day cleaning out a section of the basement and putting in an air mattress and some shelves and some, cleaning off a desk down there and making like a space for him to stay. And so we're helping him with that, helping him with, you know, food and clothes, and trying to find him a place to live. He has a job, so, you know, that's a bonus. He's working. And then he comes home from his job and he just wants to talk. He's got a lot to get off his chest. So he has kept me up to like 3 in the morning a few nights now. I don't mind. I love the kid. He is walking upstairs as long as he wants. I love him. I've known him since middle school. Kind of funny, when our kids became friends, we then found out that our kids are actually, they share cousins. His mom and my nephew's mom are sisters. So I call him my almost not nephew because, well, he's not technically my nephew. He's cousins to my kids' cousins. So, you know, in another town. It's a small town living. I think that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I'd say I try to have more, but I'm not going to force myself to stitch. Like, I literally was watching, what was I watching? Because when my son comes home from lunch break, I don't play video games. And when my husband's home, I don't play video games because he only has a couple hours to relax before he goes to bed after work. So I do other things, you know, normal life stuff. And then I was literally watching Murdoch Mysteries. And I was like, I should be stitching. This is what I normally do when I watch shows, is I stitch. But the bug was gone. So I sat and watched the whole episode and didn't stitch a single thing. It was just gone. But it's slowly coming back. Like, starting her helped. Like, on the first day of summer, I got that progress you saw. So that, it felt good to stitch. It was nice. We got a busy few weeks coming up. I'll be back again in 2 weeks. But let's see, we're preparing for, my parents are going to be in Pennsylvania visiting my grandma. We're going to drive over there. And then bonus child has a birthday in July, and she wants us to come up and see her there, so we're going to drive up there. And then in July, we have our vacation to Outer Banks, so we'll be driving to there. So July is going to be very busy. And part of me wants to save the last 7 of these for then, because it makes a great travel project too. I don't generally like to take my stitching. I usually knit in the car if I can, if I don't get car sick. Or take knitting like to the beach if I don't actually do a lot of crafting on vacation, because I spend as much time as humanly possible sitting on the beach reading, or sitting on the beach zoning out, or in the water. So, but this would be good for like downtime in the condo. So, but I'm also on a roll. So if like I finish those and I just keep going, I don't want to stop. I may have to stick with my old knitting back up, my socks. We'll see. I don't know. July's gonna be busy is all I'm saying. I'm already tired thinking about it. But it's all good. It's all gonna be great. The only thing I don't like is all the driving. I just wish we could focus on important scientific research like teleportation. I mean, the top ones, you know, cancers, diseases, and then like teleportation. Could we just squeak that in somewhere? Because I would really just like to teleport to places and not drive. All right, guys. That's it. I have no plans other than to work on my EPP, my Salem Bay Mermaid, try to get my cryptid worked on. Those are the, and then the only thing I'm actively trying to work on is cryptid and the mermaid. And I need to squeeze in my cryptids so I don't get behind. I know it's stupid. It's not a real Sal. It's my own. And by doing one creature from each one every month, I'm not even going to finish those this year. But I was on a roll. And I hate to make it halfway through the year and then just peter out. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest. If you happen to be where you're having a heat wave, I hope you're staying cool. I literally, after I watered our plants, hosed my legs off to try to cool off. I would have done my whole body, but then I'd be sitting here dripping wet. So that's it for me. I'm sorry. Short, sweet, sweaty. I hope you guys are having a good one. I'll see you in 2 weeks.